behavior got people talking.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Now,
viewers asked me to follow up, so she's here.
This time I won't be throwing water and nobody ever throwing hands at somebody.
Find out what's happened since the show.
Catch me outside, come on, what's up?
In this video, you're shouting at a teen.
Danielle's mom.
No. You're coming out here saying I don't appreciate it.
And Danielle.
Where's everybody? There's no hose.
Are back.
You need an audience? You've gotten a lot of attention on the internet since you were here.
You were nothing before I came on this show.
Thank you for that. As you can see, today's show is not being taped in front of our regular studio audience. That's because I've asked the audience to step out to avoid the temptation for grandstanding by a former guest who also happens to be, well, let's just say a bit dramatic. Now, given what has transpired since the last time we worked with this mother and daughter, I feared the temptation to perform and play a role would just be too great. Now, most of you are probably tuning in right now to see if my guests today have changed. Well, we deal with real stories, with real people in the real world, and that means answers are not always simple and clear-cut. You will likely remember this story, and since the show, you've probably seen the daughter, uncharacteristically, on the internet. I'm talking about 13-year-old Danielle and her mother, Barbara Ann. Now, Barbara Ann emailed me 3 times asking for my help in getting her daughter back on track. Barbara Ann complained that Danielle was stealing cars, twerking in underwear outdoors, disrespecting her, framing her on fake drug charges, running with a bad crowd, and stealing her credit cards to buy things. One notable purchase being a stripper pole. That's right, I said a stripper pole. Now, I want to repeat, Barbara Ann reached out to me in desperation after she claimed the school, law enforcement, and court system failed to adequately help her. The question in my mind, would the Dr. Phil show and our resources soon be added to the list of those accused of failing Barbara Ann? Here's what happened when I met Danielle and her mother that was so outrageous, people took note.
My daughter is out of control.
Tell me, bitch, tell me.
13 years old. She has stolen my credit cards and purchased a stripper pole. Danielle carved co. That's what she refers to me. She is extremely provocative.
She moved my car in her underwear.
You say it's like your daughter has 2 personalities.
She'll go from being the sweetest little girl in the world to being the Antichrist. I can't fight the fight.
Good, bitch.
Go ahead. Come on, bitch. Go ahead. Under what parenting theory does that fall? I'm a parent, and I've never found the window. You know, the one where you go stand in line to turn in your parent card.
Everything has to be Barbara Ann's way or no way. Either I'm breaking down her door or she's breaking down my door. I don't stop till I start seeing dents in her door.
Shortly after they had finished filming, Danielle had vanished with the keys to my crew member's car. What do you say to yourself that gives you the right to take somebody else's car?
You don't leave your keys in someone's room when they've stolen cars before. Like, you asking for it. And all these hoes laughing like so funny.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yeah. Catch me outside, how about that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
What I just said. So you want to take this outside? Because I think they can bring cameras outside.
Sit down. I'm your worst nightmare, girl. After the taping, Barbara Ann and Danielle accepted our gift of what turned out to be not the planned 2-month, but a 4.5-month stay at the top-level treatment facility, Turnabout Ranch. All they asked in return was that Barbara Ann become an active member of the treatment team once Danielle was discharged, and that Barbara Ann behaved consistently with guidelines put in place at the ranch. Guidelines Barbara Ann was intensively trained on.
Chase, I got you.
When Danielle first got here, she was just this hailstorm of excitement and energy, but also anxiety.
She still had her fingernails on and really surprised me how long, how loud, everything was. She was very loud in how she was portraying herself.
She wanted people to know that they couldn't mess with her.
Stop moving. No, come here. Here, you have expectations. If you say something, you're going to get in trouble right on. You're not going to have chances. I didn't know how to ride a horse at all. I thought that you held the reins like this. So he thinks he's the chief. I guess it's because he's little and he thinks he runs stuff. All right, you don't have to go so fast.
I think having the horse as a responsibility taught her a lot. And it taught her, when she comes home, what she needs to do to earn my trust.
I just feel okay with who I am now. I don't have to put on a front to impress anyone. I like learning patience with him. He wants everything his way. Yeah, I'm talking about you. That my mom's gonna have to trust me because she knows that now there's boundaries, and if she pulls back on the reins, I'll stop.
She went totally outside of her realm.
Shake!
With every little piece of this ranch, she learned responsibility.
This is part of graduation. She has to teach somebody what she's learned how to rope.
Swing it like this.
Make that noise, and then you let go.
And then you throw it, yeah. Aim at the horns. You have the idea, you just don't have the cow.
What else did roping teach you?
I guess not to give up.
How does that relate to life?
You can build a reputation, and then as soon as you do something wrong, you got to start back over again. Also, honesty, because there were some times when Randy looked away, and I was like, should I just say I got one? Or should I act like I didn't miss this?
Congratulations. Good job. Well done.
I thought there was no way that I could ever survive here.
The last thing is your Turnabout Ranch horsemanship certificate.
I'm living proof I survived.
Good job, kiddo.
Make me proud.
I miss you.
I miss you too.
And I have to thank Dr. Phil. He gave me my granddaughter back.
Danny went from being this little tough girl to being just a normal kid. A lot of people didn't think she could do it, and she proved them all wrong. Just seeing her is amazing.
Wow, it was clear that Danielle's demeanor softened. She was respectful, she cut her nails, and the attitude and accent disappeared. But how were things once she returned home? Look, there's always some pain of adjustment. Boundaries get tested to see if it really is a new day. Did Barbara Ann follow through? Did she stand her ground and remain consistent with all the hard work that had been put in by Turnabout Ranch? Well, take a look.
Since Danielle came home from Turnabout Ranch, my life has been stressful. We had made a contract that she was supposed to abide by. The minute we left the ranch, she started to test me. Danielle is not in school right now. She's sleeping all day, and she's up all night. The reason why I haven't taken away her phone, whether people agree or disagree with me, is the kid's stuck in this house 24/7. Danielle spends all night on Instagram. Do I like that? No. Without her being in school, what else is she gonna do? She'll drive me nuts. People are out there selling my daughter's pictures, selling Danielle's catchphrase. Should this person make the money, or should my daughter make the money? I'm not gonna talk about anything like that. What my daughter does outside of the Dr. Phil show is my daughter's business. People criticize me and say I'm a bad mom. Whether Dr. Phil or anybody thinks I'm right or wrong, I always say, step in my shoes and tell me how you could handle it any differently.
I want to make one thing absolutely clear from the start. While this may seem fun and intriguing, Danielle's 15 minutes of fame will inevitably be short-lived. And my ultimate priority is to ensure that she continues to move in the right direction, that she continues to get the help that she needs. Is her mother, Barbara Ann, helping? Are we wanting the same things for her daughter? Now, Barbara Ann admits she has told critics in the past that they don't want to mess with her because she's from Brooklyn. Well, I'm from Texas. And when the well-being of a 13-year-old troubled girl is at stake, I can be pretty stubborn myself. I would think that she would hope that I am, since she says everyone else has failed her. I'll talk to Barbara Ann next. Her appearing on the show, some of the things she said became viral. You've gotten a lawyer and an agent. And later...
Where's everybody?
Monday on an all-new Dr. Phil.
Todd put me on the ground and handcuffed me and cuffed my ankles and put a ball gag in my mouth.
Where did she take you?
Into a storage container. He left me bound, and he also put a chain around my neck.
He watched you, he chose you, and then he eliminated the person you loved.
He shot Charlie in the chest 3 times. He said it was easier to control someone if you took someone they loved. He let me know that if I fought back, he would kill me. And then he raped me.
Did you think you were going to die?
He didn't want to kill me. He wanted to keep me. That's why I did what I had to do to survive.
Monday.
What do you say to yourself that gives you the right to take somebody else's car?
I'm gonna be sliding. You mean? That's what makes me want to take the next bitch car.
What now? I'm sorry, I didn't get that. Are you speaking English? Do you have an accent of some sort?
Tell them where it comes from. You know. From the streets.
Okay. Barbara, in first matter of business, you noticed that we're here alone.
Yes, I noticed that.
I thought it would be best to not have any temptation for Danielle to
Understood.
play to the audience.
Okay.
I'd like to start out focusing on what we can agree on.
Okay.
Nobody in the final analysis can raise Danielle except you.
Correct.
But I think you would agree that you've never had more help
Absolutely.
than you're getting now.
Absolutely.
And I think you can agree that Danielle has shown the ability to modify her behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Can we agree that Danielle's explosive?
At times.
Can we agree that you're explosive?
Absolutely.
Can we agree that Danielle can be combative?
Yes.
Can we agree that you can be combative?
Absolutely. My mini-me.
Her appearing on the show, some of the things she said kind of caught on and became viral.
Yeah.
You didn't
Yes.
predict that. We didn't
No.
predict that. Nobody can know what's going to be or what it'll be tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You say that you think the fame has gone to her head some.
At times it can.
You've gotten a lawyer and an agent, right?
For Danielle, yes.
You told the staff you were sensitive about me talking about that. By the way, that's your business. Actually, I have no objection to that whatsoever. If you could make some money off it, I don't mind that, as long as we're continuing to work on getting her healthy.
Absolutely. She's come a long way from Turnabout.
Has she reverted to some of the behaviors that she had before? And I was shocked about this. You said, put me in the Roosevelt or I'm not coming. I do not want Danielle sent away again. If this is the plan, I'm not coming. And later...
Well, I guess what's good for you is I made you just like how Oprah made you. You were nothing before I came on this show.
Yeah.
Do you need Dr. Phil's help? Text Phil to 88500 and share your story for a chance to appear on the show. Standard message and data rates may apply.
Has she reverted to some of the behaviors that she had before?
Yeah, the mouth. The mouth.
Okay. And I made a list of the things that you said were challenges, reasons that you were struggling with this. You said, number one, there are no punishments because I don't know what to do. How can I punish her? So you mean there aren't any consequences when she does run a red light?
Yeah.
You said she refuses to do anything you ask her to.
Yes.
Okay, you said I gave her phone back, and this is when all of the blanks started. I did it because she's stuck in the house all day with nothing to do.
She had asked me, can I see my phone? And I think the way she did it, and I just let it go.
Well, you say she spends all night going live on Instagram, and I can't control it. If you don't give her attention, she explodes. You said, I can't really blame Danielle for turning back to her old ways. She thinks I wanted to give up because of the title of the first Dr. Phil show.
We were both upset with the title of the show. It upset me after I started getting all this backlash of me wanting to give up my daughter.
It didn't upset you till the backlash.
Well, I found out about the title while I was waiting to come on to the